Previously on One Life to Live.
Colin's disappearance, it puzzles me. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
We have to talk about what happened last night.
I don't want this.
You say you don't, but you do.
I've lost too many people, Renee. I don't want to lose you, too.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to make you disappear.
You remember when we ran into each other in the park that day and we started that whole most pathetic contest? You remember?
Todd, I don't want to be pathetic anymore.
Okay, we have tried since then to avoid each other, but we can't. Why? Because it's fate. Fate has us handcuffed together.
Oh, says who? Fate? This isn't fate, Todd. This is you. Remember Officer Starr?
Fate put me in this uniform.
No, you put you in this uniform.
I would never, ever choose to wear a blue polyester clip-on tie. Blair, you gotta work with me here.
Since when did you start believing in fate, Todd?
I believe in anything that gets me what I want. And what I want right now is an us. And that's what you want too. Isn't it?
Do I have a choice? Or do you have a summons?
What do you know about Colin's mysterious disappearance?
Has Colin disappeared?
Don't play games, Lindsay.
I'm not the one playing.
I wonder
Why you're so busy hovering around Nora when you're supposed to be engaged to my sister.
Everybody that I've talked to hasn't seen or heard from Colin since sometime before Sam found Nora.
If Colin has disappeared, I'd say it's best for everybody.
Do you know where he is?
I know he's trouble.
Do you know where Colin is?
Again, I'll say if Colin's gone, I think it's best if we forgot his name.
Colin MacIver has a lot to answer for. I want him found, arrested, and convicted. And I want to know anything you know about where he may have disappeared to.
And why should I know?
Call it a hunch. You know something, Lindsay. What is it?
Jennifer, stop right there. You're not going out. You're not going anywhere until we talk about what happened last night.
There's nothing to talk about.
We both know that's not true.
We already talked. You know what Uncle Colin did. He made me think that it was my fault that you and Mom got divorced. But there's nothing else to tell.
I think there is. I think there's more. A lot more.
Ben, hi, it's me. Listen, I think you should know... I think you should know that I'm on my way home, okay? And if you get home and I'm not there yet, please wait for me because we need to talk. Bye. What did you just say?
Oh, I said I was going to make you disappear. Poof.
Why don't you just explain that?
Well, you're the one with the Radcliffe education. Why don't you figure it out?
What else do you know about me?
Oh, everything I need to. You see, I'm very thorough.
Well, you would have to be, wouldn't you? Running a crime syndicate.
Well, it's not a newspaper, but it's a job. One that you seem to know far too much about.
So are you going to kill me?
This should answer your question. This is what the police call a wire. They use it to listen in on people's conversations.
I know what a wire is used for.
Good. Because in a few minutes, you're going to be wearing it, and I'm going to be listening.
To what?
To you. Tell Ben that you need to go away for a little while.
And why would I do that?
Because you just can't take it anymore. You know, all the attempts on his life, stress, the pressure, it's all getting to you. So you need to get away. Alone.
He'll never believe it.
Oh, well then, you're just gonna have to convince him.
It won't work. It's impossible. I love him, and he loves me, and I'm not going anywhere.
Very touching, but you don't really have a choice. See, you have to convince Ben, or...
Or what? You'll kill me?
You need to think outside the box, Vicky. Who said anything about killing you?
Well, if Mrs. Davidson does come back to the office, would you please tell her that I'm waiting for her at home? Okay, thank you. Renee, come on in.
Is Vicky here?
I know, but I expect her. You're more than welcome to wait.
I'll just leave these for her. They're, papers from the hospital budget committee, bids for the spring benefit. I'm not here to see Vicky. I came to see you.
Jen, honey, we have to talk about it.
We already did, and I feel better, okay? So can we just drop it?
No, not until I'm clear that you know that my divorce was not your fault.
I know.
Do you know that your mom and me just weren't meant to be?
And I just kicked things into high gear.
Honey, you did nothing of the sort. Jen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you felt guilty. I'm sorry you were caught in the middle and carried this around all those years, and I'm very sorry that you felt you couldn't come to me and tell me your feelings, and that you never told me how Colin was torturing you.
Dad, if I'd known what Colin was doing, then I wouldn't have had the problem, would I?
I love you. I want to help you, but I can't help you unless you talk to me.
Dad, please stop it. I don't want to talk about it.
Well, I think we have to talk about it because I want to make sure that nothing like this ever happens again.
It won't, okay? It's over. Everything's fine. I am fine.
You know something? It's not over. And it's not fine. And it's not going to be over until we start telling each other the truth.
Why do you always want to believe the worst in me?
That way I'm never disappointed.
You never used to feel that way.
No, but I learned my lesson the hard way. Lindsay, you are a pathological liar.
Do you enjoy being this mean to me?
When was the last time you saw Colin?
At his ridiculous dinner party.
And after that?
There was no after that. I went home, and that's where I was when he was busy injecting Nora with those drugs. just like he did the last time.
Like the two of you did the last time.
You are never going to give that notion up, are you? That I had something to do with that.
That's what Colin was holding over you at his dinner party. You know, one of these days, I'm going to find the proof.
There is no proof to find.
See, I figured if you helped him the first time, then maybe you helped him this last time, too.
And maybe you're still so hung up on Nora that you've lost the ability to think rationally.
Can you prove that you were at home last night?
Are you charging me with something?
Maybe you weren't at home. Maybe you went over to Colin's house to help him finish Nora off.
That is an awful thing to say. Especially on today of all days.
What's so special about today?
Oh, of course, I don't expect you to remember because you were too busy having sex with my sister. While I was here in this hospital losing our baby.
It's true, isn't it? That we belong together? You know that. I know it. We're not like anybody else in this whole world, Blair. But we do fit together.
I can't.
Oh, why not?
Because I could give you a million reasons. You, me, what you did to me.
I told you about that. Look, I will go to the evidence room and I will get your clothes back, gun residue and all.
You hurt me, Todd. You betrayed me.
Well, get over it. What, are you going to be angry at me for the rest of your life?
I have every right to be angry
Yeah,
here.
well, it gets tired.
I'm facing 20 years in prison.
No, you're not. Look, forget about that. I told you I was going to fix it.
You think that you can just kiss me and make it all better? I'm not Star. I didn't fall down and scrape my knee. It's not going to work here.
Oh, Star has a scraped knee?
Hank and Bo have evidence that can put me away, Todd.
Stop
Evidence
telling me things that I already know.
That you gave them, that you held on to for only one reason, because you didn't trust me. Even when you were asking me to marry you, and even when I was saying yes, you didn't trust me, Todd. And as much as I hate the idea of going to Statesville, I hate that even more. God.
Are you finished? Are you? Are you listening? I will get those clothes back.
Yeah, well, what's stopping you?
And when I do, the case against you will disappear. And then you will forgive me because you will see how I feel about you because I have made everything right. And then we can pick up right where we left off and everything will be fine. We'll live happily ever after. You and me and Star.
Yeah, and our dog Rover.
What dog, Rover?
It's not that simple.
Yes, it is that simple. Because I want you, and you want me, and you know it.
It was a year ago that I lost our baby. If he had lived, he'd be taking his first steps. Maybe even saying his first words. We created a life together, Bo, out of love, and now look at the way you treat me.
What do you know about where Colin is?
I don't care where Colin is.
Well, you better start.
I cared about our baby, even if you didn't.
Lindsay, I didn't even know there was a baby.
That's not the point.
Then what is?
It is the anniversary of my miscarriage, and I am standing right here in the same hospital that it happened in, so forgive me if I'm not in the mood for your third degree.
I can't begin to tell you just how sorry I am about all the bad memories, Lindsay. But right now, I want to know about Colin.
Want to know what I want to know? When do you become so heartless?
I know your game, Lindsay. You will do or say anything to deflect the attention away from whatever it is that you're trying to hide.
What about what she's trying to hide? Why don't you ask her what she's hiding? Colin was hanging something over her head at the dinner party, too, or did you conveniently not notice that?
What's going on here?
She came to my gallery last night, late, upset. She said she had done something terrible.
Lindsay.
So if you want to interrogate someone, interrogate her.
I've been worried about you since I saw you in the ER. Are you okay?
Couldn't be better. I was shot so many times, I feel like I'm perforated.
You could have been killed.
Could have won the lottery, too, but I didn't.
You need a bodyguard.
That was you? You were behind that?
Behind what?
Those goons that Asa sent over to protect me. I should have known.
Asa sent you a bodyguard? I didn't know that.
So your suggestion was just a coincidence?
No, it's just because it's such a good idea. This means that Asa doesn't want to see you hurt.
I don't know about that.
But don't you understand what this means? It means he's coming around. It means that he cares about you.
Yeah, well, I don't care about him.
Asa's a very powerful man. He can go after whoever's
Renee,
gunning
I don't
you.
need or want anything from Asa Buchanan.
What does it matter where it comes from, as long as you're protected?
It matters to me.
You are his son. You've got his stubborn streak.
This is my problem. I will handle it.
No, you don't
Renee,
understand.
please. Stay out of it.
How can I stay out of it? I lost you once before. I can't lose you again. You're my son. All right. Tell Vicky that I brought her these papers, and after she's looked at them, she can call me.
Renee.
I have to get back to the palace.
You just said I'm your son.
You are.
I like the way that sounds.
Yes.
Does this mean that there's hope for us?
Ben? You're not going to kill Ben.
Now, why on earth would I kill Ben? He means far too much to me.
Then who? I mean, obviously you want to kill somebody. If it's not me and it's not Ben, who is it?
You know, why don't we just talk about something a little more pleasant?
There is nothing pleasant that I want to talk to you about.
You know, I've been meaning to tell you how very much I enjoyed meeting your lovely daughter, Jessica.
Oh.
Such a love of life. So pretty and smart. And evidently a very talented young writer. Accepted into Professor Tyler's advanced writing seminar. Ooh, very impressive. You see, he is top of the line at Lambview University, and there she is. Harcourt Hall, room 122, every Tuesday and Thursday from 5 to 6:30.
Don't you dare go near my daughter.
Oh, I don't intend to. No, because see, I'm going to be far too busy listening to you tell Ben why you need to go away for a little extended trip. And while you are, see, one of my associates will be keeping a close watch on Jessica. And if you try to write a little note, raise your eyebrow, or signal Ben in any way, that pretty, young, talented lady won't make it to her next class. Do we have an understanding?
I'm right, aren't I? That there's a part of you that still wants me?
I want you to find the key and unlock these now.
Fine.
What?
I need a little help here.
Oh, excuse me?
Keys in my pocket.
If you think that I'm going to put my hand in your pants, you can just forget about it, Todd. Take your adolescent game somewhere else,
Where?
all right?
It's in this pocket.
Okay, the joke's over, Todd. There's nothing in your pocket here.
It was there?
Well, it's not, and I guess the check's in the mail, too,
No,
huh?
I swear.
All right, now I guess you just want me to say, trust me?
No, I don't care if you trust me or not. I gotta find that key or we're gonna be stuck.
Find it.
Jen, you can tell me.
There's nothing to tell.
You went out last night.
No, I went straight to bed.
I don't think so.
How would you know? You left before I did.
Aha!
I meant that... Okay, yeah, I went out. I took a walk.
Fine. Tell you what, why don't we just start this whole thing over again, all right? Okay, fine. So last night, you went out.
Yes, I took a walk.
To Cherryville?
I wasn't anywhere near Cherryvale.
Come on, the truth here. Huh?
I am telling the truth. Why are you doing this to me?
Because I love you. And because I want to help you. And because Colin did...
I don't want to talk about Colin. He's gone.
Yes, he is.
So why can't we just forget about him?
There is nothing I would like more in the world than to stop talking about Colin, but I don't think it's possible.
It is for me. I never want to hear his name ever again.
Well, you just might have to.
What is the matter with you?
There is nothing the matter with me, thank you.
Leave her alone.
Excuse me. We are having a conversation here because nobody's safe until we get everything out in the open.
Are you crazy? That's the last thing we have to do.
I don't know if there's hope for us, Ben.
Well, I think there is. I hope there is.
When you told me that you were my son, I was furious because you'd kept the truth from me for so long.
I didn't do it to hurt you.
Well, it hurt all the same. All the more so because that's exactly what Max did.
It's not the same thing. I am nothing like Max.
Vicky said something to me in the hospital, and I know it's true. If I don't give up my anger, I won't have my son.
If you want me, you can have me.
I don't know about that. Because you see, no matter how much I understand what Vicky said up here, I'm so damned angry.
Yeah, well, that's coming through.
It may be wrong, but I can't help it.
What if we just take it slow? No pressure, no promises, just try to get to know each other. I mean, we have a lot of years to catch up on.
That sounds like a plan. Ben, Renee.
Hey, Blondie. Where you been? I called the banner. They said you left a while ago. You're not stepping out on me, are you?
Yeah, you got me.
Well, at least it gave Renee and me a chance to talk.
I'm very glad for both of you. I apologize for being so angry at you and saying that we weren't friends. I hope it's not too late to turn that around. Hey, I never took you seriously. I've missed you. Yeah, well, I've missed you. I so hope that you and Ben can work this out. Because he deserves to have you in his life, and you deserve to know your son. Thank you. I left you some papers from the hospital board, and we'll talk about them later. I'll call you, okay? Thanks.
Bye, Renee.
Bye. So?
Well, I got your message. What do we need to talk about?
I'm going away for a while.
Honey, would you mind giving your father and me a minute to talk?
Totally.
What is it that you thought you were doing?
I was trying to have a conversation with my daughter.
Oh, that was talk? You were cross-examining her.
Well, this is important, Lindsay.
Leave her alone. You are going to push her over the edge, and she's been through enough.
Really? Well, most of that's your fault.
My fault? I'm trying to protect her. You're torturing her.
I love my daughter.
I love her, too.
I'm trying to help her.
How?
By getting to the bottom of this mess.
You keep pushing her, and there is no telling what's going to happen. Are you ready to take on that responsibility? Is that what you want?
Of course not.
Well, we finally agree on something.
Yeah. What? Oh, look, tell him I'll be there in 10 minutes, all right? Yeah, fine. I have to go. I got a client waiting for me.
Yeah, well, you better get over there then.
May I see you to the door?
No. I'm going to check to see if Jen is all right.
Fine.
I'm her mother. I can check to see if my daughter's all right.
Fine.
Jen?
Maybe Daddy was right. Maybe I do need to talk about last night.
How's Nora?
Sleeping. What was that all about?
It's another Lindsay smokescreen. She knows something about Colin's disappearance, and she'll say anything just to throw me off track.
Maybe she's telling the truth this time.
Oh, come on. Honey, I think we both know your sister a little better than that. She's really pulling out the stops, though. She brought up her miscarriage last year, and she's trying to implicate you.
I did go to Lindsay's gallery last night.
Why?
Well, I was worried about Nora, and I just...
Commissioner! Oh, sorry, did I interrupt?
What is it, officer?
Turning in my badge.
What? You just transferred to Landview. You're still a rookie.
I screwed up. Big time.
Go on.
There was this call about a disturbance at the Chamber of Commerce luncheon. That woman, you know, the one that's been in the papers, Blair Kramer?
Yeah, what about her?
She was making a scene.
Uh-huh.
I tried to calm her down. She took off for the roof.
This is Blair Kramer we're talking about.
Yes, sir. I guess she was threatening to jump. I said I'd take her down to the station, but he insisted on doing it.
Who is he?
I lost my partner, sir. That's real bad, I know. No one's seen him since.
Okay. Who is he, though? Who are you partnered up with for this assignment?
Sergeant Starr, sir.
Who the hell is Sergeant Starr? There's no Sergeant Starr at the LPD.
There isn't?
No. Sergeant Starr, that's what he called himself? What did this Sergeant Starr look like?
I get it. No wonder he used the cuffs wrong. And he never read her Miranda rights.
Officer, what did the man look like?
He had a big scar on his face.
He's got to be here somewhere, right?
Oh, well, maybe you dropped it off the roof of the palace, Todd.
No, I had it I had it when we got here. I know that.
Ow! Ow! Hey! Okay. You want to let me in on your little joke?
Well, look at me. I'm dressed like a cop. I'm crawling around on the floor, handcuffed to you.
And your point would be?
That's funny.
It's pathetic.
Yeah, it's the most pathetic. Afraid we both win the most pathetic contest this time, huh?
Oh, yeah? Who's facing a hard time, Todd?
Me, impersonating a cop. You, as soon as you get your clothes back, you just go free.
Not if we don't find the key to these things. Looks like you found the gold balloons I sent you.
Yeah.
They were supposed to be for our wedding night.
What do you mean you're going away?
Be a good girl, Vicky.
Betty Rollin called me. You know, she travels all the time talking to groups of women.
What's this have to do with you going away?
Well, she has more requests than she can possibly handle, so she called and asked me if I would help her out, if I would talk to some of these women about my successful battle against breast cancer. After all, I know how hard it is to hear that diagnosis, how devastating it can be, and I also know that it doesn't have to be a death sentence. And I promised God that if he would let me survive, I would do everything I could to help other women, you know.
But you have. You've written about your experiences. I mean, you've helped countless women with your strength and hope.
It's not enough. I have to do more.
So when do you leave?
Today. Right now, in fact. But you can always call me on the cell phone.
I won't have to. I'm going with you.
Sweetheart, come here. I love you so much.
I love you too, Mom.
Do you understand that you and your brother are all I have in this whole world? And I know what's best for you and what's best for us. What's best for us is to stop all this talk about Colin. What's best for us is to forget that he ever existed.
I can't. I thought I could. I thought that's what I wanted. But I have to tell you something about last night.
I'm sorry about that.
What?
I'm not supposed to let you out of my sight.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm fine.
I was just checking in on my sick kid. I hope you won't tell the commish, because I don't want him getting mad at me.
Oh, he won't get mad at you. He's a wonderful man. He'll understand. He'll understand. And he'll forgive, no matter what. I wanted to shower you with
balloons for our wedding night. Like you did the last time when we got married. The way we danced. Everything was just so perfect. Like it would go on and on forever. Instead of ending in one night. But hey, I guess it's one night longer than this one lasted, huh?
It can still go on forever, Blair. All we gotta do is get those clothes back.
Oh, Sergeant Starr, open up. We've got some questions for you about impersonating a police officer.
What did you say?
I said I'm going with you. I think a change of scenery is exactly what we need.
No, you can't.
Sure I can. It'll be fun.
No, it won't be fun at all, believe me. It'll be boring, and there'll be absolutely nothing for you to do. Besides, you have to stay here and find whoever's after you so that we can go back to a normal life.
Blondie, are you sure you're not stepping out on me? Because, this sounds awful suspicious.
I'm positive.
Well, then it's settled. I'm going.
Yeah, it's me. You stay right with Jessica Buchanan. You got that? Keep it that way. I may need you to act fast.
I love you so much. But I don't want you to go with me on this, okay? My meeting with these women, it's very personal, and it's part of my recovery, and I have to do it alone.
You know, something's not right here. And you're not going anywhere until you tell me what that is.